Alex Jones.
Well, here we are, my friends, 14 years after the tragic events of September 11, 2001 that were used to transform not just the United States, but many other nations across the world into Orwellian police states that, as you notice, as Benjamin Franklin's warning comes true, giving up security for supposedly safety or giving up liberty for so-called security and safety leads to absolute total enslavement. I just had a Freudian slip there. I was trying to quote him from memory, teleprompter free, that those that give up liberty for security will receive and deserve neither. And so I was saying those that give up security for safety are idiots, because I see liberty as security, so you don't get safety out of giving up your security. The two things are interchangeable. So my mind just changed the word in midstream because I'm so dedicated to neurotically telling the truth. It goes without saying, if you give up freedom, if you give up your basic rights, if you let an outside group, a centralized, secretive group, control your resources in your life, you will wake up very, very soon being enslaved. That's the history of the world. It's absolute common sense. And as the checks and balances go out the window, it becomes more transparent than ever. We have quite a lineup today here on the broadcast. We have the barber. He contacted us. He's going on Fox News today. He said he wanted to come on here first. He saw us talk about it. Barbershop fined $750 for refusing to cut a woman's hair. It advertises as a men's barbershop. And a woman came in and said, "You're going to cut my hair." And they said, "We don't have the equipment to cut your hair the way you want it done. Go to a women's hair cutting place." And Pittsburgh fined them. And you can say, yeah, okay, it's ridiculous, but why are you obsessing over this story? Because this is the future. They're not going to fine any women's hair cutting places for not cutting men's hair. They're going to persecute and harass any bastions of male identity or male behavior. It is a culture war. The feminists are going to talk about men being sexual objects, but if a man does it, you're going to get arrested. That's already happening in some areas of Europe. This story was out yesterday. Feminists claim it's sexist to compliment women. Feminazi publicly shames man for complimenting her. Another lawyer came by her LinkedIn. This is in the Telegraph today. We reported on it a few days ago. And said to her, "You've got a stunning photo. Best profile photo I've seen." She then publicly shamed him and was praised by feminist groups for standing up to the oppression. Well, it turns out, London Telegraph, lawyer who accused barrister of sexism has described men online as hot stuff and trolled around telling them they're hot. See, it's all about power to these people who aren't really that smart or aren't really that powerful to play the political correct game of sexism or the race card as a get-out-of-jail-free card. And when you bow to them, you only empower their bizarre behavior. But that's coming up in the second hour. It is obviously the 14th anniversary of 9/11. We're going to be breaking down a lot of key new developments on that front. Cops on high alert for Black Lives Matter violence targeting 9/11 events. NATO says they're caught by surprise by Russian move into Syria. We'll also get into 2 out of 3 Hispanics oppose immigration increase in a new Gallup poll, and a lot more today. Stay with us. Every broadcast is extremely important, but today's is going to be particularly important. Joseph Farah is going to be joining us, the founder of WorldNet Daily, the target of the Clintons for destruction via the White House papers that have been released by their Library Foundation. He's got a lot of new intel for us and what he sees in his crystal ball. Joseph Farah will be joining us in the middle of the broadcast. Pastor Chuck Baldwin, an outspoken, eloquent, true Christian leader, will be looking at the situations with Christians being arrested for not issuing marriage licensure and Romans 13 that's being used to suppress Christians, not just here but across the world. The radical Islamic invasion being supported by traitorous Western governments and more. And then the owner of the barber shop, Johnny Interval, there in Pittsburgh, that is a men's barber shop. And a woman showed up and wanted her hair done the way women have it done. And they said, lady, we don't have the equipment. Well, she got to have her little victory and ran off and got them fined for it. So next, fraternal orders like the Masons, will they have to accept women? Next, can I go to a black fraternal club and demand that I be made a Prince Hall Mason? Or we had a guest in here a few days ago who made the point, can I, if I have a Dodge, can I go into a Toyota or a Mercedes-Benz or BMW or Saab or Ferrari or Lamborghini or Nissan dealership and say, hey, I've got a Dodge car. I want you to work on it. They go, do you see the sign, sir? There's a Dodge down the street. We work on Toyotas here, or we work on German imports here. Oh, why are you discriminating against me? I got a Dodge. Well, sir, we can't afford all the equipment for all the cars, and we have the mechanics for German cars. I mean, it has nothing to do with oppressing women, and they know that, and it's like men used to go join the military to earn their bones, so daddy, who was a veteran, would respect them. I mean, that's why most men end up joining the military, because daddy was in the military, and his daddy was in the military, or most guys become cops. It's because grandpa was a cop. And every male purview, every male reservation, every male place has to be overrun and taken over in some bizarre Ford Foundation, Rockefeller Foundation directed paramilitary operation of weird power-tripping women